fourth grade, we're going to read a story. It's called Two Bear Cubs, a Miwok legend from California's Yosemite Valley, retold by Robert D. Sansucci, illustrated by Daniel Sansucci. We're going to be reading some stories about Yosemite Valley, Yosemite in the next few weeks. But I wanted to share this page. Look at the beautiful illustrations on this page. Oh, don't touch it. Many snows have come and gone since this story was first told by the Miwok, whose name means people or humans. They lived in the place they called Ahwahnee, which is now known as Yosemite Valley. The Miwok believed that in the old days, the residents of Ahwahnee were animal people, creatures that were part animal and part human. Once, long ago, Mother Grizzly Bear, Uhamati, had two cubs she loved dearly. The first had sleek brown fur just like her own. In those days, the young were not given names until they were nearly grown up. Because he had been born first, the brown cub was just called Tachi, older brother. The other cub, who had cinnamon-colored fur, was Itihu, younger brother. One day, the grizzly went to the river the old people named Wakala, but which today is called the Merced. She took her cubs with her to catch rainbow trout and search for berries. However, the playful cubs waded into the water and splashed each other and scared away all the fish. Their mother gently scolded them, then sent them to hunt for berries. So the cubs wandered along the riverbank, pausing to sniff the air for the scent of ripe raspberries. Do not go far, Mother Grizzly had cautioned them, but the brothers forgot her warning as they raced, wrestled, played hide and seek, and threw stems of rattlesnake weed at one another. By the time they grew tired of this game, their fur was full of seeds. They continued further and further downriver. When they grew hungry, they ate their fill of wild raspberries that they found. At last, the cubs came to a spot where the river ran slow and shallow. From a huge boulder beside the stream, they dived into the water with terrific splashes. They paddled about and ducked one another and dove for pretty stones. They washed the seeds from their fur. Weary at last, they scrambled up on the big flat rock and shook themselves. Then they lay down in the warm sunshine to dry off and nap. And as they dozed, the rock began to grow bigger and taller. For countless days and nights it continued to grow. The whole time the two cubs slept on peacefully and never stirred as the rock rose higher and higher. When Suyuk, Red-tailed Hawk, saw them so high in the blue heavens, he thought they would surely awake when the noon sun burned them. But the rock stopped growing long before it reached the sun. While this was happening, Mother Grizzly discovered that her cubs were missing, and she began to search for them. She did not know that they now slept among the clouds. Tirelessly, she searched through the passing seasons for her young. In her wandering, the bear met Yuel, gray fox, who was chipping arrowheads from bits of shiny black obsidian. "Have you seen my cubs?" she asked. "No," said Gray Fox, "but I will help you look for them." Next, they asked Tiowik, Badger, who was pounding acorns with a stone, if she had seen the cubs. "No," said Badger, "but I will help you seek them." After this, they went to the Umacha, the cedar bark home of Utoia. "Mother dear, have you seen my little ones?" Mother Grizzly asked the deer. "No," replied Mother Deer, "but I will help you find them." Soon they met Helesha, mountain lion, who was carrying a big bundle of firewood upon her back. "Have you seen my cubs?" asked Mother Grizzly. "No," said Mountain Lion, but she put down her firewood and joined the others in their search. Lastly, Mother Grizzly asked Pusina, little white-footed mouse, "Have you seen my cubs?" Mouse looked up from the basket she was weaving. She said, "No, but I will help you look for them." Then the searchers looked everywhere a cub might be, in holes, in hollow logs, in thickets, and on tree branches. They sought the cubs where the tastiest wild plums and sweetest choke cherries and the plants called hummingbirds that brimmed with nectar grew. But they found no trace of the missing two. Finally, the creatures sat together trying to decide what they should do next. Suddenly, Red-tailed Hawk swooped down. He called to the grieving Mother Grizzly, "I have seen your cubs. They are on the granite stone which has become a towering mountain." Filled with wonder, the bear and her friends gathered at the base of what was now a wall of rock. They called and called, but the cubs slept on, too high to hear. "Please fly up and help my children find their way down," Mother Grizzly begged Red-tailed Hawk. So the hawk flew up toward the sleepers, but fierce winds blew around the stone that was now a mountain. The bird beat his wings, but he could not fight past the winds. At last he flew back down and said sadly to the grizzly, "I cannot reach your young ones." Then Mother Grizzly made a mighty leap up the wall, but she could find no purchase on the smooth stone, and so she tumbled back to earth. Again and again she tried, but in the end she had to give up. "Now who will save my cubs?" she wondered as she wept. One by one the animals tried. Mouse tried jumping from stone to stone, but her heart grew faint when she was only a little distance up. Clever Badger scrambled a bit higher before he reached a spot where he must leap from one ledge to another. Here his courage failed him. Then Gray Fox and Mother Deer tried. Each got a little higher than the ones who had gone before, but neither reached even the halfway point. Mountain Lion went furthest of all, climbing and leaping and climbing yet higher. On the ground below, Mother Grizzly's heart grew lighter. Surely the nimble lion would reach the cubs and guide them safely down to her. But even the agile Mountain Lion reached a point where the rocky wall was too tall and steep. The smooth stone had no holds or outcroppings to help her climb higher, so she was forced to turn back. We're going to continue this video on part 2.